should we start this? Okay, how do we start this? Okay, well, I was gonna say hello. I was gonna say hello. Okay. All right, let's settle down. Okay, how about it's whoa, okay. Settle, sit. Okay. Hi, Flosstubers. It's Taki and Campbell. And you have reached Stitch Therapy. Oh, nope. There goes Taki. You've reached Stitch Therapy, and this is my YouTube channel where I talk about, well, stitching and life and stuff and things that are on my mind and thrift shopping and I don't know. You never know what you're going to get when you jump into floss therapy. But anyway, it's nice to see you today. Let's see. I was thinking today, I'm getting towards the end of Eden, and that's pretty exciting. Taki will join us every now and then. He just likes to stick his nose in whenever he wants to. So, let's see. What was I saying? I'm getting towards the end of Eden. So the next video after this one is going to be a retrospective of the 3 years I've been stitching on Eden, because quite honestly, I'm on the last section of the last page of Eden. I cannot believe it. I can't believe it, you guys. It's been such an incredible journey. So much has happened. Anyway, so I'll get into that next time. But this time, with your indulgence and with your patience, I went through my drawers over here again, and I found a whole bunch of whips that I had completely forgotten about. So with your indulgence today, I'd like to go through some of those whips. And I also wanted to start off by showing you an FO, is that what it's called? Fully finished object? Okay. I'm not great with the cross stitch language. It's a, I'll just show you. It is this. I don't know if you remember, my February stitch was in regards to W.E.B. Du Bois and this exhibit. And I went through this book and showed you the Black Lives in America exhibit from this 1900s Paris exposition. Okay, so I have a friend at work, and I'm giving this to her, and this is the fully finish. So I don't know if this is doing any justice to the color. It's actually, the color is it's a lot redder. It's showing up looking really bright red, like bright orange red, but it's actually red. Anyway, I just thought the color of the mat was wonderful with all of those oranges and browns and yellows and creams. I'm so happy about this. And Christina, if you're watching, because I know that you're a subscriber, this is coming to you, finally. It took me a while to get the mat from Amazon and the right size and to get it framed nicely. So I'm so excited, Christina, that you're going to get this. This was such a joy to be able to bring this to you, and that you and your beautiful daughter can read through this and learn all about W.E.B. Du Bois in this Paris exhibition. Really fascinating dude. Yeah. Okay, so the whips that you know about, that I've talked about, I guess I can transition into those. So I was literally just, I was at the car dealership getting my car oil change and tires rotated and all that. And I texted a friend of mine from my Friday night stitchy group, and I asked her, she's very wonderful with finishing objects. Her name's Karen. She's incredible. Hi, Karen. Yes, I'm talking about you. So she's an incredible finisher. I wish she would do a YouTube channel, because she's got like a museum of finished cross-stitch projects in her loft where she talks to us on every Friday night. It's incredible, and she's always showing us like little pillows and these incredible finished things. Anyway, I texted Karen because I wasn't sure about the backstitch for the sunflower. So here's how I've gotten so far with the sunflower. I'm actually going to put something behind this so you can see the colors. Okay, so sunflower. Okay, so I'm going to tell you a little bit about this. I did all of these leaves myself. I looked them up online, and there was a free pattern of a sunflower with leaves, and I just adapted the leaves from that other pattern and made them the size that I thought would fit with this, because this pattern doesn't have leaves on it. It just has a little stem going down. So I extended the stem and I put the leaves in, and then as you can see, I've started doing the back stitch on it. So Karen is so good at finishing in backstitch, and I called her and I said, can you tell me, like, I mean, I honestly, I haven't done backstitch in such a long time because I've been working on Eden, which has been like straight full coverage, 2/1, 18 count. So here it is, 14 count. And I wanted to know, should I, like, you know, does it look okay with one thread? So the backstitch is one thread. And the way that the pattern has it, there are three different, look at all this backstitch. That's like a lot of backstitch, guys. But there are three different colors that go into the petals. And I don't know if you can see it, but there's a brown and a green. I'm just starting. There's a little green in there. Okay, and this is Christmas green on these leaves. I thought that would be okay. And then the brown, and then there's like a lighter olive green in the petal, and then there's some white streaks in here too. So when I get this, you know, more done, I will show you my back stitching as I go along. So that's the sunflower pattern. Let me put these back if you don't mind indulging me so that I don't get them dirty. So that's one whip. So that's a fully finished in that one whip that I wanted to bring you up to date on. The other one I wanted to bring you up to date on is my temperature chart. And it's a feeble, I mean, I have finished March, but I finished January and February on my Tangle Wear. So this is my temperature chart. I haven't even put February up here yet. I haven't gotten it done yet. Okay, so, oh, my earring just got caught on the magnet. That's interesting. There's a magnet on the back of the thing, and my earring just got caught on it. That was weird. Okay, and you were there live. Okay, so yeah, so this is January, and then the word February is going to go here, and this is the end of February. I love the colors in this. I just think it's really, really beautiful, this whip. This is, so this is the all of March that I have not started. But I know that I can get through this in about a week, because each one of these single rows is a day. And this is the 30 days of whatever it is, 31 days of March. That's what this is. And we are now in April. It's now April 7th. So yes, I'm going to plow on with this. So pardon me while I put this away so it doesn't get dirty. All right, what other whips do I have? The other whip that I thought was interesting. Hang on, where's my whip drawer? Here. Nope, that's not the whip drawer. I changed drawers around. One moment. One moment, please. Oh, I know a whip you haven't seen in a while. Hang on. Okay. It's been in the background, but I haven't shown it to you in a while. And I did a little bit, itty bitty 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 bit more on the cat, on the skull cat. Isn't this fun? to go through all the old whips again. So this is Skull Cat. Whoop. I don't know why this is not. Get this. This is Skull Cat. And I have done a little bit more on the neck. There's a lot of half stitches in there. And there's some back stitching in there. So, and I'm doing the back stitching on this as I go along with it. I'm doing the back stitching because I absolutely love this pattern, and I love, oh, come back. Hello. Okay, I don't know what's happening. I don't know what's happening. Woo! There's the room. Let's do a tour of the stitchy room. Here it is. Woo! Okay, we're back. My camera just got a little loosey-goosey. Okay. Hi. Hi, Bubba. Oh, my Bubba. Oh, my Bubba. Oh, my Bubba. I know. I know. I'm showing the good people all of my whips. I am. I'm showing them all my good whips. So this is the Skull Cat that I started last year on Halloween. And I did a little bit more this Halloween. And I'm going to go back to this after I finish Eden. I'm really excited to go back to this. This is on an 18 count. It looks like an Aida type fabric, an even weaver, but I found it at a thrift shop, so I'm not exactly sure. But I think it is, yeah, an 18 count. Okay, put that away. And the whip that you've been waiting for, I know, to see is Eden. And I will show that to you now. Or should I? Yeah, why not? I'll just show you. Yeah, why not? I'll just go ahead and show it to you. Okay, hang on. These are all falling down. Boy, I may have to do some major editing on this. Because I am not, I thought I had organized myself today, but it doesn't look like I have. Okay. I hope you're happily stitching something, that I'm not intruding too much into your house. Okay. Or your home. Okay, what's this? Okay, this is the whip drawer that I wanted to show you. But let me show you okay. I'm actually just going to turn the camera and show you where we are on Eden. Can you see that? There it is. So there it is. That's how much I have left to do on Eden. That's it. That's the end of the book pattern right there. So it looks like it's about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 1,500, relatively speaking. I have been stitching like a mad woman this whole weekend. I've been stitching like crazy on Eden. After my Friday night stitchy group online, we usually meet from we start around 7:30 and we go anywhere between 9:30, 10 o'clock, 10:30. Depends on, what we're doing. So I was stitching on it. And then after everybody hung up, because people have to go to sleep, and some people have to work on Saturday morning, whatever. Sorry, Lori, that you had to work. Anyway, I hope that went well. So after everybody got off, I continued to stitch until 4 in the morning. I'm telling you, I went crazy stitching. And then, let me have a sip here. And then Saturday rolled around, and I went to I have a group of women that I meet every Saturday at noon. So I went to my noon meeting, and after that I got home around 3:30, 4:30, and I stitched until about 4 a.m. And then, life is so hard. And then after that, Sunday I did the same thing. I woke up Sunday around 10 o'clock. I could barely sleep this weekend. I could barely sleep because I'm so excited to finish this, and I have a feeling I might end up stitching until, it's now Monday, today's my day off, and it's Monday the 7th, and so I may end up stitching until 4 in the morning to finish up this page. I can't stop I can't stop. I am so excited to finish Eden, and the next video will be all about this one single whip. Yay! Not fully finished, but just finished enough that I can hold it up. Oh my God, 3 years. 3 years that I've been working on this. Whew, that's a lot of life, guys. That's a lot of life in that whip. Okay, moving on. Let's do another whip. So this is the box of whips that I found as I was cleaning, because you saw my cleaning video last time, and well, my sort of rearranging, getting organized. And I have done a lot of cleaning, and I, as you can tell, it's much cleaner. Well, maybe you can't tell, but it is. It is cleaner in here. And then I found all of these patterns that I've started, these whips that, and I have 2 things already kitted up that I've already talked about a lot. I have a bag kitted up for Steampunk Cat Daddy, another full coverage that I will get started with. And then the next full coverage that I'm going to restart is Soul and Intellect, the one with the girl holding the bird. And if any of you out there are in Full Coverage Fanatics, and I showed that during Full Coverage Fanatics for a while, so I'm going to restart that, and when I get going into that one more, I will, sorry, Taki's moving things around. I don't want him to knock things over. His nose is like right in the box right now. He really wants me to show these whips. Okay, so let's dive in. This is a whip that I didn't start, but I got from a thrift shop. And I don't even know what it looks like, quite honestly. I don't know. Taki, quiet. Okay, it looks like it needs some back stitching and it needs to be finished. This is the Wright Brothers flyer. Okay, so there's that one. And I just got this from a thrift shop. He's totally pushing me off of the sofa. He's pushing me off the sofa. He's totally pushing me off the sofa. This looks weird. Is this too... This looks weird, guys. Okay. All right, I think I'm going to start this section again. Okay. I'm going to bring this up a little bit. Okay. Okay, I'm going to start this again, this little section here again, because it's a little weird. Okay. This is the Wright Brothers. And when I got this from the, yeah, I know. Are you going to help? Okay. When I got this from it was in a thrift box that I got. So it looks like somebody made like quite a bit of progress on this. And then for whatever reason, it got gifted to a thrift shop, and I'm going to finish it. So, because I think it's very sweet. And basically most of it is done. So I'm going to do that one. Put that back in there. It's got some tangly threads there too. So there's that one. This is a teeny tiny that I started, a pathetic start, that I started when I was in Maine with Sarah last year. God, it was already last September. The Northwood Stitcher, Sarah the Northwood Stitcher. So she gave me these little Nightmare Before Christmas stitch box. And that little head, the skeleton head, that's as much as I got done. Wah, wah. Pathetic, I know. But I do have everything, and I'm going to do those. I'm going to finish those up. Those won't take me very long. Also, when I was in Maine, I got a Bothy threads from Martin's that Sarah, the Northwood Stitcher, talks about a lot, that store of Martin's, that she gets lots of cool deals. I found this Bothy Threads, and you won't believe it because it was only $10 or less than that. Sarah, how much was this? I can't remember. Anyway, it's this pattern. Isn't that beautiful? It's like a door window. It's like a window, right? And at the top of it are two little birds. Home of Happy Stitching, Bothy Threads, Lovebirds. So there's two little birds, and then as you go out, it's a little stained glass window. So this one, when I was at Sarah's, I got it all kitted up. And I made, you know, for only having been there a few days, I made some progress. I think this is a 14 count. I'm not sure. Pardon the thread, the dangly thread, but let's see which direction is up. Oopsies, I don't know which direction is up. She even gave me a little hoop, thank you. Okay, so I made that much progress. So, I like the colors on this. They're very like soft and pastel-y. And the colors are nice. I've never worked on a Bothy thread before, so this is the thread set. Some of these are really nice and shiny, like they're a little bit like Kreineke. I don't know if that helps. Does that help? Yeah. All right, so I think what drew me to this pattern was not only that it's sort of an Art Deco kind of pattern, but it's also, I love the colors. I'm not sure if I'm doing these right either. They give you a card with the numbers, and I had to like put little arrows there because I wasn't sure how to sort the colors. Anyway, whatever. It's just the Campbell way. I don't know. I'm not very fancy with on Old Delancey Street, you know. Yeah, I'm not very fancy with the way I kit things up. And I like to use paper patterns and a yellow highlighter because I can always do it again. If I use a yellow highlighter, I don't have to black out the symbol. I can still use it again. So that's that one. The other one I found, let's see what this one is. What is this one? I don't even know. These are from Christmas patterns, I think. No? Yes. This is a tiny little, from a book. I have a series of Christmas books, which I think I went through them. Don't worry, I'm not gonna go through the Christmas patterns again. I won't, I promise. But this was a tiny little whip from one of my Christmas. Isn't that cute? Isn't that cute? It's a tiny little Christmas tree. So this was a tiny little Christmas ornament that yeah, did I do that over two? Oh my goodness. I did that. This is linen. Wow, it's linen. I never stitch on linen. I mean, really, ask my friend Jackie, the comfort stitcher. She knows I never stitch on linen, but this is linen. Look at that. I did that over two. Jackie, aren't you proud of me? Okay, that's enough of that. That's silly. But these are all little pieces of fabric, and so a little stash of linen. That's a nice linen too. That's like a nice little, it's like a sandpaper, dark, like a brown, like a dark sand brown. I really like that. So, and this is even weave. Yeah, so I think what I did was I have those Christmas books, and what I did was I just put together a whole bunch of threads in like a Christmas quick stitch kit, and so that I can go back to that 365-day Christmas book, and I know that I have the patterns marked, and these are the colors that I use in that. So that's what this is. This is not necessarily it's not an official whip, but it's good to know what's in here. that was fun. Let's see, what else? What else? What else? Oh, wow, yes. This is Backstitch a Go-Go here. This is a pattern that many of you will recognize from a long time ago that I have not finished the backstitch. It's Heritage Crafts, the individual. I'll show you the picture. Yes. And I think the quote for this is going to be from, I'm going to change the quote at the bottom. Instead of saying the individual, I'm going to put at the bottom, you know, the Oscar Wilde quote. Well, come on then. Taki, come on. The Oscar Wilde quote, be yourself, everyone else is taken. So, but this is the black that I have, and this is, oh my goodness, there it is. That's as far as I've gotten, which is not too bad, actually. It's good to pull this out. I was feeling like this was a lot more, I was feeling like I hadn't got as much done on this as I have. So that's actually very encouraging. That will be something that will be quick to finish, I think. I just need to get that one. I'm glad I redid my drawers and got my whips put all in one place because they've kind of been scattered around. I do have a whip on this, on a big green, on a big frame in the back, which is the gnome band that I showed you like 2 years ago. That one I'm not going to take out because it's just too much. I know, I'm not. I know. He's singing. This is what dogs do. Do you guys have a pit bull? Anybody out there have a pit bull Labrador mix? This is called singing. Okay, all right, okay. So that's the individual. Now this, where is this? This is the pattern. You guys remember this from long time ago? How about that, huh? Long Dog Sampler. Yes. This is Opening Gambit. A lot of people have done this, right? Like I joined a Facebook group for people who are just doing long dogs, and I have done, how many pages? 1, 2, 3. Nice, 3 pages out of, I think, 3 out of 9, I think, 8 or 9. And how I do my patterns, guys, is I print them and then I laminate them. And with this, I'm laminating it and then I'm marking it as I go. So that's how I do my larger patterns. I do them in books like that. Because I really do like to do, oh look, I have a light board. I had forgotten I had that. Do you know what these are that you can stick it into your computer? It's like it shows up with LED light underneath black fabric. And this is, you can do that also. Yeah, this is, wow, I haven't been in this kit in a while. So that's my LED light. So I guess that means, and these are the colors that I'm using. So I guess that means, here it is. Ta-da! I am doing this on 20 count black Aida. And my main color, the red, is 347. That's, this color is 347. And the blue is DMC C, the Fancy Floss C, with 798. And then I'm also using metallic, pearl metallic 5283, as well as a little bit of C995. yeah, so I'm kind of playing around with all of these different kinds of flosses here. Uh-oh, I just dropped everything on the floor. Anyway, so that's my long dog for my Facebook long dog people. That's how far I've gotten. And again, this goes pretty very quickly for me. So when I get back to, and this is a bag I inherited from my mother. These old-fashioned cross-stitch bags, the one with the little 3 rings in the middle. Yep, that's from my mom. Anyway, 1980s, I think these were made. People started making them in the 80s like this. Now we have the fancy project bags, but I still have the old-fashioned ones with the pockets on the side. Let me just put stuff back here. My little magnifying glass, which I don't really need, but because this pattern, I blew it up pretty large so that I could put it in the book. So that's Long Dog. And then let's see what other whips I have in here that I have forgotten. Okay. Okay. Okay, what is this? Oh. Oh, these are several. Okay, these are, I know, honey. This is my mom's stitching that I showed a long time ago. These are things that I found in my mom's. This is her pulled thread. This is her pulled thread stuff. I can show you a little bit of her stitching. My mom died in 2002. So she would go down to Polly's Island and go to the Danish American Days with the Princess of Denmark used to go when Ginny Thompson was running these. And this was some of my mom's stitching. And that's the Danish American Days button that they would give you when you had that. That was from the counting house back in the 80s and 90s. My mom did this, 80s and early 90s. And this is some Jeannie Thompson floss that she had in the bag. Yeah, so this is like heart anger and pulled thread with cross stitch. And my mom did a good job, actually. It's very tender to touch these things. It's very, yeah. And this was a style that they were doing. They were working on long stitches. Yeah, it's very tender to see her. And these are more pulled threads that they worked on. Look at that tiny, beautiful. My mom was really a nice stitcher. She did things really well and clean. She was a really clean stitcher. And then this is the other piece, the other side of that was another. And I think what they did was that the princess just basically, I can't remember her name. I would have to look up the article on Ginny Thompson to find out the name of the princess in Denmark, and I feel so silly that I don't know her name. I feel bad about that. The one who's now the Queen Mother. She's now the Queen Mother who she's pared down, or the Queen, and she's pared down the Danish monarchy for the people so they don't have to pay for so many royals. I think that's the same person who used to come to Polly's when she was a princess. Those are my dogs playing in the background, so that's Tinker and Taki. Tinker, stop, please. Thank you. And that's some more. So you can see all these different little techniques here that she's... Can you see that? Let me see. I really like these. I like hanging on to them because I do have a passion for anything that's like interesting and new and fun and oh, these are the tiny ones that we did back when I was 9 years old. This was my mom's Polly's Island one. Oh. That was a Ginny Thompson 30-second pattern. And I think this one was, oh, this must have been my mom's. I can't believe that I did this. This was my first bumblebee, or I mean, I did all these. Maybe this was that my first bumblebee? I think it was. Wow, look how tiny that is. Like, I started on 22 count or something. That's crazy. And then this was the Polly's house. This was the counting house pattern that we were all given. So when you walked in, Ginny would do this 30-second cross stitch lesson with you and say, you know, over to whatever. And then she'd do, anyway, there's a whole bag of these little stitch samplers. But I'll do one more because I think this is really cute. So this is a stitch sampler that my mom did during the Danish American days. And it's their little sanderlings with these beautiful stitches on the back. Those beautiful heart-anger stitches at the top. The pulled linen. And the reason this is cute is because the house that we had down at Polly's, oh, this is beautiful. Oh, I love this. This is a gorgeous set. These are beautiful rows right there. Those are beautiful rows of pulled thread. Look at those. That's really cool. These are, I don't think I can get the camera to do this justice, but these are really cool pulled thread rows. And they have two, so it looks like she's pulled it this way and then gone back that way. And that's what made the holes. It's really cool. And then it's 3D, so it's interesting. I'm pulling needles out as I go because I don't want them to rust. Yeah, my mom was such an amazing stitcher. This is a really great example of her cross stitch on, this looks like a 20 count. She was just doing a little bit of, but look, all of her stitches are so clean. They're beautiful. And they're really straight. Like even her back stitching just looks gorgeous. I mean, really, my mom's stitching was always so beautiful. It's really nice to hang on to it, you know what I mean? Oop, there's another needle. I'm going to get rid of that. Get rid of the needles. Don't let them rust. Yeah. This is more. And it looks like she was just getting to the point of pulling this part, like doing the section rows and then pulling out. And I guess this would have turned into more heart-anger pattern stitching, like it would have been more zigzaggy stitching in there once she got it pulled. Yes, there are tiny little needles in here. Oh my gosh, Mom. Yikes. Okay, I gotta get rid of these. I don't want it to rust the fabric. Okay. Yeah, we don't want to stitch with those. I don't want rust spots on here, just... Okay. All right. Yeah, okay, these are not whips. These are... I have gone down a big rabbit hole of my mom's stitching, guys. Oh, thank you for putting up with that. But it was in my whip box, so I'm not sure. I think because I want to do Jane and Julie running with stitches. That they don't have their Flosstube anymore, but I bought a book which was taking the heart out of heart-anger, and I think one of my early videos I talk about getting that in the mail and being excited to do that. I haven't done it. I haven't done it yet. Sorry, Jane. Or no, I guess it was Julie. Sorry, Julie, I haven't started yet. Not that they watch my Flosstube. Listen, they have, like, she's a businesswoman and she has lots and lots of subscribers, like a couple 100,000, and they're very popular people. And she now has a thing with her daughter. And I'm sure she doesn't even know I exist. But anyway, yeah. This is a pattern that I made on Max Stitch, my very first Max Stitch pattern, and it's a mess. Wow. And it's really small, and I don't know why. Anyway, I'll show it to you. So, that's a mess, right? Okay, so that's the image. and I pulled the image off of the internet. And this was like, when did Max Stitch first come out? Was it 97? If you guys know when Max Stitch started, could you leave me a message in the comments? I'd love to know, because I can't remember when I did this, but this is my very first, maybe this was on PC Stitch. Do you guys remember PC Stitch? Anybody out there still do it? This might have been PC Stitch. Anyway, I did this pattern and I started from the middle and I was working around, and I don't know where I don't hear the colors, hear all the colors. And I have no idea where the pattern is. I have no idea where the actual... I have no idea where the whip is. I have the fabric and I have the pattern. I have the floss and I have the pattern. And I have no idea where the whip is gone. I wonder if I trashed the whip because it was just such a mess. Yeah. But this would be a good one. I would like to do this one, actually. I would like to do this pattern. So this is a whip for another day, right? But it's 100 by 120. So I'd have to do that on 20 count. Hello, singing dog. Hello. Welcome, singing dog. These are some finishes. It looks like these are little patterns that are... What? I'm talking to the good people here, buddy. Hey. That's enough, boo. That's enough. Nope. So this is one I finished in 2009, but it's not fully finished. These are tulips. That's appropriate for spring. That's appropriate for spring, right? Spring. Yay. Those are tulips. And that was 2009. I never framed it. I just bloop, put it in the bag, and that was it. These are some finishes that are not fully finished, but I was going to make a mobile for my niece or my nephew, whichever it was. I can't remember. Daniel and Molly, if you're watching, I'm really sorry. I did not get it together to make the mobile of the little cushions for these, but I think they're really cute, and I'm gonna, let's see, when was this? No, this is not from that. This is, when is this? This is 94. I did these in 1994. Now, Daniel and Molly were not even conceived in 94, so I don't know what I was making these for. 94. Why did I want to make a baby mobile in 94? All right, anyway. These are 4 fish patterns. I couldn't even tell you where these patterns came from. I have no idea. They were from probably a Just Cross Stitch magazine somewhere along the line. Oh, let me try and hold it straight. Wow. Oh, I shouldn't look at the screen and do this. Isn't that cute? That's one. They're like clownfish. I think the pattern was called clownfish. And I really don't know. I don't know if it was from the... I have no idea, guys. I'm so sorry. I don't know where these patterns came from. Some cross-stitch magazine in 1994. I know. I like this one. I like this one a lot. Here's another clownfish. Ooh. Clownfish. This was a lot of backstitching in 94. This was like, these are done on, this is probably 20 count red, and it's a lot of backstitching. It's 18 or 20 count. I think it must be count. I don't know. Anyway, so there's that. And then this one. Woo! Isn't that fun? So these 4, they're not whips, but they're finishes. And like with the tulips, maybe I'll get them, maybe I could make, I may have to have a tutorial with Karen and ask her if she'll do cushions with, like pillows with me. What do you think, Karen? Will you do pillows with me? Okay. So, that's those. Oh, this is like a crazy long video. This is crazy long. This is crazy. Okay, there's those. And then this, these are, okay, you guys might remember this Just Cross Stitch magazine with the teddy bear alphabet. This was between 87, no, when did I get home from England? I was at Guildford School of Acting and Dance between 1986 and 1989. So I started this teddy bear quilt alphabet thing. Well, the picture of the cover of the Just Cross Stitch magazine at that time, and it must have been 92, 93, had a teddy bear alphabet. Each one of these was a teddy bear alphabet, and I'm going to show you my finishes so far. But they were made into a quilt. And I started doing all of the teddy bears. Don't ask me why, it was a thing. Teddy bears were a thing in the 90s, early 90s. Teddy bears and ducks, we loved them, okay? So don't judge me. Don't judge me. I love teddy bears in the 90s. Okay, so this is A. Do you remember these patterns, guys? Can you tell me what year was it? Was this 92? I think it was 92. That's A. B, c'est moi. B is for bear. C, oh, cute. C is for comfy chair. Reminds me of Jackie in her big comfy chair. D is for duck. Cute. D-E is for eggs. Flipping those eggs, guys. And this is actually on linen as well. What am I thinking? I did this one on linen too. I was doing half of these on linen and half of these on even weave and half of these on Ada. Anyway, I wanted them to be the same. And F is for fishes. That's cute. That is really cute. G is for rock and roll guitar. And that's as far as I got in the teddy bear alphabet. Yes, that's as far as I got. So again, they're not formally, these are not whips, but they are, it's a project, right? Like these are projects to finish for an alphabet quilt. Maybe, maybe, maybe. I don't know, maybe. Guys, I don't know. You know, you start things and then you grow a little bit more and you grow up a little bit more and then you have a different kind of life and, you know, I don't know. You just do what you do. All right, so that's not too bad, guys. That's the last of my whip box. Trying to see if there's anything else. I think that's it. That was all that I found. The other whips that I have are, well, the only other one that I have besides Eden that you saw and these, and the cat, is the gnome band. Do you remember that? If you go back through my videos, I think it was video 1 or 2, I showed you the gnome band. And there was lots and lots of back stitching, and it was like on a 32 count linen, and I was going 1/1, and it's crazy small. It's in this bag, that green bag right there. Yeah, that's where that is, and it's on a big loom. And it's beautiful, but it's clean, and it's nice, and it's staying there in the loom. Okay, let me put this back. Put this. Okay. All right. So, guys, that's the whip parade and the weird finishes. that was kind of fun going through those boxes. Thank you for visiting. Here, I'm going to lower this so you can see Taki. Yes, my little boy. So thank you for visiting us today. I don't take it for granted that you have joined me today on this very fun sort of stitch therapy. I hope it relaxed you. I hope you had something fun to stitch or something fun to sip. If you like the video and you've gotten this far, I would love it if you would subscribe. I recently went over 500 subscribers, which to me is thrilling. I was hanging out in 200 land for a really long time. Yeah, it's really fun. I feel like I'm part of the 500 club, which is great. Oh no, not the Christian club. No, not the TV show. Okay, just to let you know. But yeah, the 500 subscriber club. It's fun. So feel free to like, subscribe, and if you like stitch therapy or you like my content or you like how I sort of hang out and discover things, come on back and see me again. Also, the next video is going to be all about Eden. It's going to be a retrospective about all of the ways. I'm going to try and find every single picture I've ever taken, the little snapshots of Eden in the progress, and then I will show you the final. I'll hold up the final thing next time. So thank you so much for being here. Blessings to you. I hope you're having beautiful stitching. I'm going to leave you with some videos around the change of the weather that we've had since the end of February into today. It's April now, and now it's back freezing again today. I'm wearing my woolly cover-up. But we had 80-degree weather yesterday, and today we had 34-degree weather. So it's welcome to the Shenandoah Valley of Virginia. We have no idea what the weather's going to be from day to day in the spring. But it was fun. I don't know if I even showed you guys my winter February snow pictures. We had some snow in February and March. So I'm going to leave you with some videos of our weather to go with the, maybe that'll inspire me to work on the Tangleware, my weather chart. No, I'm going to finish Eden tonight. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to stitch all night and finish Eden. Okay. As always, may you be happy, may you be healthy, may you be peaceful and at ease, may you be free from suffering, and may you be well. Stitch on, my friends, and I'll see you next time. Bye.